You need to get over your fear of being seen because it is stopping you from living your next best life. I honestly believe in that statement so much, and I feel like I am my own testimony to that statement. So let me tell you why. So I first started posting on the internet back in 2015. 2015. So I started off with an online blog called To Be Unapologetic. I love that blog. That was a place for me to go and express myself, to tell stories that I felt were important to be told, and to do it in an unapologetic way. So that was just like to post and whatever happens, happens. But it was a way for me to express myself. I loved writing. I loved being able to put pen to paper, or in this case, put my fingers to the keyboard and bring out some words that brought to life and resonated with people. And when I was posting these things, I posted them and shared them on like my Facebook and just social media channels that I knew was kind of closed, so like just my friends and family, and they'd be the ones to read it. My mum loves these blogs I used to do, and she'd always share it with her friends, and it would just be something where like a few people might resonate or a few people might read, and then I go on to the next post and then share that again. But I remember there was a time was I was at sixth form that someone told me that they had read my blog post, and I remember the feeling that I had when they told me this, and I was so mortified. I was like, what do you mean you've read my blog post? Like, this is me internally thinking this. I was like, oh my gosh, they've read it. I just want to like run away from this conversation right now. And I don't know why I felt embarrassed. It's weird. I obviously posted it online with knowledge that it's going to be read by someone, but to know someone in my real life had read it just brought something in me that felt like a cringe. Yeah, I just felt cringed. But anyway, so they said they read my blog post, and I was like, oh really? And then they expressed how they really enjoyed it. They thought it was a really good piece, and yeah, they just said keep going. And that small interaction, which that person probably would never think about again, meant a lot to me, and it really encouraged me to keep on posting and keep sharing my thoughts and feelings on the internet. And then fast forward a few years later, that's when I started my YouTube channel. So I've been posting on YouTube for 4 years now. So I started in October 2019 or 2018, one of those years. But it's been 4 years of making content, posts on the internet, and just like whatever happens, happens type of mentality. But I had another similar interaction with someone that I went to university with, who said they watched my YouTube videos, and like again, I don't know what that feeling is, but it came back where I felt that little cringe, and I was like, you watched my YouTube video? And I was like, no wait, actual people are seeing this content. Like, I just post and, I don't think people watch this. But yeah, they watched it, and we got talking, and they expressed to me how they really want to post on YouTube as well. They asked me tips on how to start posting, any advice that I have, what equipment I use, etc. But it was a lovely conversation because we just bounced around ideas, and I got to share with them my process and how I get to just like create content and post on the internet. But anyway, they also encouraged me to keep going and to keep posting, and I carried on. Obviously, it's been 4 years now since I've been making these videos on my little corner of the internet. But all of these things required me to get over my fear of being seen, the idea that other people would watch my content, they would have a perception and form an opinion of what I've posted and come to their own conclusions. But one thing that I've learned in the process of posting over the last almost 10 years now is that when they've done this process of watching your content, having a perception of you, forming an opinion, you have to understand that that has nothing to do with you. Like, whatever their conclusion is, that process that they go through, it has absolutely nothing to do with you. So your fear of being seen is rooted and connected to how you feel about their opinion will be on your content, and valuing that more than what it feels for you to post it. So if I had, with those two experiences, I gave an example, the first one at sixth form where the person told me they read my blog, if they had told me I read your blog and it's the worst thing I've ever read, if I valued that opinion and took it to heart and said, whoa, they've just told me it's the worst thing they've read, I shouldn't be posting it anymore, then I would be robbing myself of the opportunity to be creative and to share my thoughts and opinions on the things that matter to me. I would be robbed of that opportunity to do so because one person's opinion wasn't a positive one. And that doesn't form the opinions of every other person that has watched my content or has read the things that I've written. It's an opinion. And that's okay. People are allowed to have opinions when it comes to things, but how they feel about what you've produced shouldn't really be connected to what you then do next, really, especially if it's negative comments. But also same thing with positives. Like, we can't live off of positive comments because you're not always guaranteed those, or maybe you're met with silence when you post those things, but that shouldn't be the thing that motivates you to want to post more. So don't let the fear of being seen stop you from posting because you're concerned with what would the opinions of other people be when I post said product or said item or said video. Instead, just think, what is the feeling that I get from posting these things and sharing them online? What are the lessons that I'm learning from this creative process, whether it's the editing, it's the scripting, it's thinking about what do I want to post, and just actually doing the art of posting it. Not art posting it, doing the art of creating that piece. And I just want you to be assured that every single person at some point goes to that point of feeling fearful of being seen, and it comes in such different formats or such different moments. Like, from one minute it's you worried about your school friends seeing it, another minute you're worried about a potential partner seeing it, another minute you're worried about your workplace seeing it. Like, there's so many different scenarios or elements we think about, oh no, what would happen if this person saw it and their opinion. But it's like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It matters that you have enjoyed the creative process and the outcome of what you have put your mind to, your heart to, and wanted to express outwardly. We're just lucky that our outward expression can be through the form of the internet, which is just so awesome and so cool because you connect with so many people from across the world that you wouldn't expect to meet and connect with and see your content. I think that's just an incredible thing when it comes to creating content, and there's so many things that I've learned. So this doesn't just apply to creating content, I think it applies to anything. I think it applies, this fear of being seen can apply to starting a new hobby. The same people that I speak to that say they want to start something new but they're just so scared to be seen. Like, when I started running, I obviously had to run outside, and I quickly had to get over this fear that people would see me running and people would see me struggling, because then that would get in the way of me actually doing the running. So once you get over that, you're like, wait, people will see me, they'll form their own opinion, but for the most part it's positive, and also it doesn't matter what that said opinion ends up being. So we shouldn't let the fear of the people seeing us trying and people seeing us doing the thing stop us from doing it, because there's so many hobbies, there's so many experiences, there's so many ways to express ourselves that we're denying because we worry about other people seeing that. So I hope you take this video as a reminder that we must get over our fear of being seen, because it is stopping us from tapping into the highest level of ourselves and experiencing new things, new hobbies, new people, and new challenges that will come out of doing that thing that's hard or thing that's challenging. And there's so many incredible things that will be on the other side of trying, on the other side of doing the thing that scares you and the thing that like ignites your heart on fire. And if it is posting on the internet like me, just do it. Honestly, you just don't know who's going to connect with, and you don't know who might need whatever it is that you need to share, whether it's a tip of how to draw better, or it's a here's my mental health story, and someone connects and feels like, wow, it's not just me. Someone out there needs it, and you're denying them of that thing because you can't get over your feelings of being seen. That sounds like something we can solve. Let's try and solve that, and let's do it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Actually, if you enjoyed, fantastic. If you didn't enjoy, fantastic. But remember what we said earlier, your opinion of this video will not stop me from posting my next video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in my next one.